they do even no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Woman pikin dey the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, my people make you shout. Oh yo yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh yo yo, Mayegun the command of the masses.
Hello there.
Mayegun lamo do.
Yes, good evening to you, good morning to you, and good afternoon to you. Once again, from wherever you are watching from, this is Mayegun live.
Mayegun today, oh, ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary, na ibi number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, na ibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí.
Share these broadcasts.
Ìsìn ní pé gbòòrò ti di kọ́pọ̀ yìí, everywhere ló ti propo yìí.
Mayegun diary, na ibi number one. Bó bá ṣe é, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary, na ibi number one.
Thank you so much for joining me once again. And if this is your first time of joining me today, you are welcome. Share this broadcast. Invite your friends. Invite your not so friendly friends and tell them that Mayegun today.
Fagarism, kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary, na ibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o, kẹ́gọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu. Mayegun diary, na ibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ dódódódó. Mayegun diary.
Drama in Adamawa. That is the rider of these broadcasts. Drama, a big drama that got so escalated that INEC resident electoral commissioner, a supposed university don, got beaten like a thief that stole chicken in the market in Adamawa.
And yes, we like oh, Baba Bewure. And yes, we like Nijo Igbadiyẹ. And yes, we like
kace an bada biliyon ma wa rawa tu biliyon
ba da cikin mota ba
to ina ji ka fada
nace ba ya ka ba
ka fada
allegation din an bada kudi ma national commissioner
nawa
to rig election
nawa
ni da ake billions of naira ba
nawa how many
amma let us say 2 billion
let us
say ni ba sani ba san ko nawa bane
to me kai ka green city
ne ce baka abin da kai ni green aba ni da ba ni
me ya kai ka
na je ne da tim dina an ce mu zo mu alashi shi wallahi da kaje mu zo mu alashi shi ana aka je ba ake mu zo mu alashi shi ka bai da shi ka bai da an ko okay da ka da an ko ake mu zo mu alashi shi ka mu aka yi da an ko mun an ce ya ka kudi
da shi da waye
to ni ba sani ba ake mu zo
lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn làkì. Mayegun ti dé. Wọ́n bàbá Bewure. Mayegun máa wí.
I go talk.
Mayegun ti dé. Nijo Igbadiyẹ.
2 billion naira. 2 billion naira paid the Adamawa rec to share and declare the first woman governor, Binani, the winner of an election that she is currently losing.
Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Ayé ẹ̀sùn láti. Òkúra olóṣèlú.
If Wike can be governor of Rivers State, you are more qualified to be governor than Wike. Morally, by whatever standard.
Yes. Wike is an expiring drug. Very soon he will be shipped out of the shelf.
And he will face the right of the law. Definitely.
His prison uniform
is already.
Sorry,
sir. I think, sir. Sorry, our last $10,000 he gave for Ramadan has finished. We'll go and collect one for the salary. I'm coming for my $10,000 when salary is coming.
That was promised $10,000. He didn't.
Hello there, and good morning. Again, good afternoon and good evening to you. Today is Sunday. Ramadan still day out. Today is meant to be like the Sabbath day. I think that was yesterday, Saturday, Abi. But then Sunday is meant to be a day of worship, peace, and when people who are Christians will go to church and they will go and seek forgiveness for their passing week violence. And then they will ask for God's guidance in the new week so that they don't go back to their old sin. But that is not Nigeria. It's all fake, okay? Violence, fraudulent activities, political criminality exists every hour. Even when you are sleeping, at least they have to declare Kalu the winner of your presidential charade called election. They declared him winner when most of you are still in your bed, 4:10 a.m. in the morning. On the 18th of March, after the first fraudulent charade of 25th of February, the Rogbodinho of 25th of February was still going on. They haven't figured out how to solve that or end that. They can't add the Babanla army robbery, public electoral haste, and it was called governorship and state assemblies elections. Well, the rigging that happened there can be called the Baba of all formulation and rigging, including where there were no elections. Results were announced. And somebody who knows the election no happened there is celebrating the certificate of return. But in all of that drama, in Adamawa and other places, the woman that printed the ballot papers that all of you were thumbprinting, including the ink that you are using to thumbprint, the woman that printed and supplied all of that, including the result sheet that they printed the result on, or you wrote your results on, the woman that printed all of that, the contractor that took the job, 40 billion naira. Binani, the wife of a former UBEC chairman, UBEC. I think these are the Universal Basic Education, whatever. And their job was to ensure that basic education in Nigeria, within Nigeria, is universal. But guess what? While the numbers of out-of-school children in Nigeria continue to skyrocket from 7 million out-of-school children in 2015 to over 22 million out-of-school children today, the UBE or UBEC, the way they call them, they were supposed to ensure that the education is universal in Nigeria. Children and Nigerians have access to education. The man in charge, he looted Sote, they had to sack him. And he wasn't prosecuted for all he looted. Now, he became suddenly so rich, multi-billionaire. His wife is the politician. The husband is like a technocrat that those behind the scene, the plutocrats that they call technocrats in Nigeria, the elite. And remember the quota system, Abi? He got so rich that when they sacked him as the chairman of UBEC, Abi, what they call him, the guy wanted to launch airline in Nigeria, private airline. like earpiece, like Sosoliso to Johnny Potter, and then Dana to Johnny, Abibeville to Johnny 4. They wanted to start an airline. Also, from the money they made from the same Bukwari's government, they built the biggest publishing company in the entire West Africa. If you go there, their publishing firm, Binani Publishing, public money, for personal use, and they are billionaires. She is so rich that those who claim to be the heavyweights inside the APC, Egbekegbe in Adamawa, our money was so huge that majority of them had to queue behind her. This is true life story. It's not a make-up story. She is not, that most loved woman, amazing woman. And she's, that stuff. No. Bury that. Herself, her husband, since this democracy or whatever has started, they have been part of the leeches from northern Nigeria who have been leeching off the public money by contracts that most of them they won't even do. So they make good money. How do you clean your money? Other than pretend to be in business, right? And then partner with government. So government money, your money, and is your money, isn't it? So Binani made her money that way. She is not that woman, no. First woman. Man, I love this woman. This woman. No. It's good if you love her because of what you have been told, but that is the truth. So back in Adamawa, they bought the person will print ballot paper, ballot results and everything. Wouldn't she print everything for herself too? But there is a problem, and that problem is that Adamawa is currently under people destroying people or people deceiving people. They have their own rigging machines too. So historically, now fight for fight. So it's like PDP is now contesting against INEC and Binani. Binani is just behind and Amoni is doing the work. True story. So the news then was that the first female governor, but put that aside, the election then happened. The wala started when both sides, they started rigging. When accredited voters, they are now sort of number of vote cast is more than the accredited voters. It was so bad that they were kidnapping people during the day. They were shooting. They killed about 3 people because of this election in Adamawa. But at the end of the day, the problem is to announce the result. It became so lulled up that they had to postpone the election, that they would have to do a rerun or a runoff or whatever in some areas where APC, PDP rigged themselves. But when they were going, this is where the abracadabra. In Kaduna, they lost everything. APC, Egbekegbe, right? But when it came to the governor, they decided that they will rig them. They can go to court. Go to court. If you are rigged, go to court. So they couldn't pull all the stunts on the 18th of March. So yesterday, the drama started again. Well, before they postponed the whole thing, the PDP, they have been able to smuggle theirs, and they were leading by 31,000 votes. In Kaduna, the people, the APC, Egbekegbe, that, what do you call it? That's porn actor that is going to replace El Rufaya. They declared him winner, even with less than 3,000 votes. Elsewhere, where they were leading the first woman governor, 31,000, they postponed it. But guess something? The places where they wanted to do the rerun, right? They were expecting at least about 20,000 votes there. So even if you give all the votes there to Benani, she will still lose. But the problem is, INEC, the rec that collected 2 billion at this point, ti igba oba sheshi akuku frustrates. You know what that means in Yoruba? I mean, in English. In Yoruba, there is a saying that if a calabash is face down, we will open it up. If the calabash, if we are unable to turn the calabash and open it, then we'll break it and see whatever is inside. Tigba oba sheshi. Kilamashe. Ama funny. If we cannot smuggle the figure in to announce, I beg kidnap the returning officer. I will do the job myself. She 2 billion naira wakereni. If they won't kill me, may then kill me. That is how somebody who is a university professor decided to take the risk. No result, no number, no nothing. He just walked straight into the hall. Where is the returning officer announcing the result? No, he's not coming back. I will handle it now. Really? Okay, where's the result? Yeah, Commissioner of Police, sit down there. Boys, stand by. Oh yeah, here is your results. APC, Egbekegbe.
I respect you as a father. You cannot. I respect you as a father. Please don't do this. You cannot do this. Please, as a father. You are not the returning officer. You are not the returning officer. Wait for the returning officer. By law. Oh no. Oh. You are not the returning officer. I plead with you with all due respect. Don't do this. Please don't do this. You are not the you are fasting. You are fasting and Almighty Allah is watching you. You are not the returning officer. You cannot be the Almighty Allah is watching you. You cannot be. Fear Allah. You cannot. Fear Allah. You cannot. It's unfair. There's nothing at all. There's nothing. Fear Allah. They cannot return. What are you saying? I just don't want to. You cannot. No. 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 Let's get go. There is a God. No, there's nothing like that. It's not fair. It's not fair. No, you are not. No, it can't happen. This is not fair. You cannot call it result. No. You cannot. You see, based on no. You cannot. Based on the No, because someone like APC support the highest vote. No. How? Thank you very much. How?
Democracy. If you don't like them, go to court. Like educated people, they will tell you, if you don't like that, go to court. That is how much expose, or should I say exposure, that the Nigeria election has brought upon so many of you who are educated illiterates, educated jihadists. You are accomplices in the criminality that these guys enjoy. Go to court if you don't like that. Is that democracy? One of those guys who are there was actually talking. Listen to him.
In this year, I hope and pray I will wake up from this day dreaming and find out that this is just a joke. But if what we are hearing is something to go by, yesterday when election was held across the state in the 69 polling units, results were collated, results started coming in, and in your presence, we collated results for 10 local governments out of the 20 local government, we had 10 local governments results. At about 1 a.m., this criminal National State Electoral Commissioner, Mr. Hudu, because I don't want to call him barrister, because even me, who is a medical doctor, I now come to believe 100% if I enter the law exam with him, I will pass better than him, came in and said, because there were no results coming in, and people are tired, we have been here since afternoon, and so many people are also fasting, we should go back and adjourn and come today at this exact time, 11 a.m., and continue the collation. Luckily enough, when he was coming in, I was outside. He came with an army of police officers. They were pushing him, go and announce, make the announcement. So I knew something was fishy. I followed him in when he made that announcement. I stood up and said, sir, we don't believe in anything you say here, and you are not responsible for this assignment here. We have lost confidence in you long time ago. We don't know the reason why INEC brought you back here. We want to hear information from the National Commissioner who has taken charge of this, the National Commissioner representing the Northeast. So, unanimously, they say, no problem, we should adjourn. Everybody, including the press, because everybody was tired. We thought that this is a country governed by law, this is a country governed by rules and regulation. We went this morning. While I was preparing to come here, I started getting telephone, different corners. Come, something is happening in INEC. I said, what time is it now? I look at my time, it was after 9. They say, the resident electoral commissioner, Malam Hudu, or the criminal Hudu, came to INEC and he was declaring result in the absence of the collation officer who is empowered by law to declare results. In this.
Do you get that? So if you are mocking them that they should go to court, like, well, jokingly, for those of you who are joking, I get that. I get your joke, even though it's not funny. Trust me, it's not. But we hope that it gets more escalated. When the injustice spread, when everybody at least have a bite in the injustice, maybe our language will begin to kind of make meaning or make sense to a lot of us. But it was well planned. It was well orchestrated. They were supposed to have concluded this since last month. In fact, the PDP was supposed to be talking about them going to courts in Adamawa. Fintiri, that stood there and saw them announce someone else, At that point, when they got out, even the soldiers couldn't save the man. I can't share that video with you because they beat him, They beat him, remove his cloth, naked him, And when they finally rescued him, he was bleeding in a car, naked in his panties. Do you get that? I don't want to share that with you. Or maybe finally the prayer of those who don't want us to come on anymore is going to be answered. Trust me, all eyes on us, Abi. But the story can still be told. For example, when the Wahala finally kicked in, people realized that the moment that man made that announcement and he walked out, people now realize that prior to that, the Wikipedia of Aisha Dahiru Binani has been updated that she is governor-elect after supplementary election, having the highest number of votes. They've done that. Binani herself, the fraud, she was already out there giving acceptance speech.
Today, Adamawa stands tall on the threshold of history. My dear Adamawa State citizens and residents, I am overwhelmed and humbled by your show of love and confidence in electing me to serve as your governor as from May 29 this year and for the next 4 years. For this, I say a very big thank you. Whether you voted APC, PDP, Labour Party, NNPP, PRP, ADC, or any Almighty, you have exercised your democratic rights by voting your preferred candidate, for which I thank you all for fulfilling such tenets of democracy. In any contest, as we have just had, one person is people, and the will of God Almighty, I happen to emerge as the winner, Alhamdulillah. I will inshallah serve as a governor for all the people of Adamawa State, irrespective of any differences of faith, ethnic or political affiliation. Our administration will inshallah be fair and just to all. I thank you all for answering the call of our father, His Excellency, President Muhammad Buhari, GCFR. You have made history in electing the first female governor in our country, Nigeria. This will no doubt broaden political participation by encouraging our daughters, sisters, aunties, mothers, and indeed the girl child to aspire and contest for any elective position in our country. This victory has come at an auspicious moment when the whole world recently celebrated Mother's Day. We just completed 40 days period of Lent and about to complete the Ramadan fast for the sake of God Almighty, a period of sober reflection. This victory is dedicated to women of the world, the people of Adamawa, and indeed all women in Nigeria. Here, I must make a special mention of Dame Pauline Telle, Honorable Minister of Women Affairs, for her full commitment to my candidature. Adamawa State has numerous challenges, but I believe with the foundation put in place by my predecessors and learning from the collective experience of their excellencies, Governors Bani Aruna, Admiral Murtala Manyero Nyako, Bala James Gilari, Bindo Umar Jibrilla, and the outgoing Governor, Ahmadu Umaru. Together we can take Adamawa to much greater heights. To all those with whom we traverse the 21 local government area of Adamawa, canvassing for votes, hundreds of women and youths, our talented artists, party leaders, major stakeholders, other elders of our party, indeed my numerous supporters and admirers, both within and outside the country, and most importantly, our President-elect, His Excellency, Asiwaju Ahmed Bola Tinubu, together with his dear wife and my colleague, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, His Excellency, Senator Kashim Shettima, and his dear wife, His Excellency, our indefatigable National Chairman of APC, Alhaji Dr. Abdullah Adamu, together with members of the National Committee of our party, the APC, His Excellency, the President of the Senate, Dr. Ahmed Ibrahim Lawan, serving and former ministers, serving and former governors, serving and former members of the National Assembly and State Assembly.
It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian. It is smoke Igbo. It is take Indian.
Because that's exactly what INEC said. After all of the long speeches and everything, INEC had to issue a statement. And they said they are suspending any collation or whatever. And in their own words, INEC said the attention of the Independent National Electoral Commission has been drawn to the purported declaration of winner in the Adamawa governorship election by the resident REC, Mr. Hudu Yunusa Ari. The action of the REC is a usurpation of the power of the returning officer and therefore null, void, and no effect. Consequently, the collation of the result of the supplementary election held yesterday, 15th April 2023, is suspended forthwith. The REC for Adamawa State and all other officials involved in the process are hereby directed to report immediately to INEC headquarters in Abuja. Meanwhile, the commission is deeply disturbed by the harassment of our 2 national commissioners deployed to the state to ensure a peaceful and credible supplementary election. We urge the security agencies to provide them with necessary security and ensure that nothing untoward befalls them. The 2 national commissioners, the returning officer, and other staff of the commission must be allowed to perform their duties without let or hindrance. Blah, de blah, de blah, de blah. So, Binani, Aisha Binani, the first woman governor, is now going to have the toga of the first rigged woman governor in Nigeria. So when they finalize their abracadabra, they believe. They don't congratulate them. Even some of you obedient, you don't be like, hey, even though I don't like APC, but I like that woman as a woman governor because I like her idea. Whatever a man can do, complete this complete this proverb. What a man can do, they say a woman can do better. Are you with me? What you do in Nigeria is you always give the key to your own patrimony to thieves to administer for you. When they now loot you dry, you begin the talk, say, God go punish these people. No, God is not going to punish anybody. Have you seen any of them punished by any God? Let's be honest. Have you seen any criminal in Nigeria? All your politicians, have you ever seen them punished by God? Hey, their son will die. Oh, there. People die. What's the big deal? People lose their son. People lose their family, loved ones. You know what I mean? That's not a big deal. That's not punishment. That you are alive. You are not dead. Are you with me? It's not because there's something, a special privilege for you. No, don't be deceived by other nonsense. So. They will fall sick. Yes, people fall sick. Now them they fall sick. God can strike them with the worst sicknesses. Sickness is sickness. Anyone that is serious, they call it terminal sicknesses. Cancer is terminal. People will be good people, they get cancer. Here you know. Lovely people, amazing people, caring people, that they get involved in accident and just die like that. So don't they use those ones as something you are hoping for. After you give the kokoro to your patrimony, your commonwealth, you give them to thieves. And since you have nothing to do to take the kokoro back, you begin to wait and say, God go do this for them. God must do. Come on, don't they deceive yourself, okay? I've told you this many times. Telling people that when somebody die young, whether you die when they born you, or you die at the age of 100, sure you get, one day, all of us could finally die. Death, not death. Sure you get, the same cry, no. It's not punishment. God, why did you do this to me? You are just trying to manage your grief. Sure you get, and leave God and all of that out of it and leave that out of punishing them. I'm not trying to question your faith, before you start quoting Psalm, start quoting Quran chapter, this and that. I'm just saying it is absurd that the people that kind of, take a look at it this way, Ramadan Day, and people that are stealing votes, people that are committing this electoral crime, they are Muslims, they are Christians. The ones that are Muslim, that weary that collected 2 billion, that they later beat him like a thief that stole goats inside, this is the other place, Sabo, Nishagam. A whole university professor. They beat him like a thief. Collected 2 billion. Ninuawe. And these are the people that will tell you, as if to say, they actually respect the religion themselves. And they will tell you, if they kill you, you are insulting Islam. Nobody will insult Allah, and nobody will insult Prophet. Nobody will blah 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 nonsense. So bunch of were using religion, but in no way. Stealing money is not haram. Rigging election is not haram. manipulating and intimidating people in election is not haram. As long as they are the ones doing it. Sure you get. But like people say, Nigerians who fight for God. Nigerians are very good at that. They are so good in fighting for God. But you know something? With all that energy, with all that concentration, with that fire and vibration, my friend, watch your mouth. If you watch them telling me to watch my mouth when they want to correct me about religion, it sounds so funny, right? They are so funny. Why you gonna watch your mouth? God can say, why is it that your God, your own God, is always punishing people that does anything wrong? Which kind of God be your God? This your Nigeria God. Your Nigeria God, no, they like pipe down small. Any small thing, God can strike you there. Oh. My friend, wash your mouth. Oh. And why is he always like your God is to threaten people? Because they have energy to fight for God. But when it comes to them fighting for their rights, you don't see Musu before. Ologbo Musu. That's what them be. They will leave the fight for God to come and fight for them. It's such a mental case, isn't it? My friend, God is going to fight for us. God loves the poor. By the time the cry of the poor get to heaven, you will see it, Mayegun. Again, I'm not questioning your God. I'm just saying that when it comes to politics, I prefer what I can see and judge right there. And anything I can see or judge, I call them makeup. And people do that all the time. They create their own alternative reality when the real reality is so shrewd and it becomes something that it becomes a big puzzle that they don't understand. When they don't understand it, they don't want to. Just create an alternative. Mayegun, there's something going on that you don't know. I say, please tell me. I like that. Anyway, Ninu well, they are rigging election. No. Inside that well, this guy that this one no get blood for body, and nobody said that they hit, and that's why I use this one. Okay, this guy is just a DSS guy. The INEC mentioned though. I want the one no I don't know if you have seen the video. Okay, go to Mayegun's Diary Political on Facebook. The video is there. I want no man who do. Oh no. Normal, yeah. If them beat a thief like that, like mob beat person like that, person papa, naked them, bloody his face and everything. They're supposed to arrest people who beat them, no matter the crime he committed. I know what I saw. You know, if you beat my papa like that, man, I know I police, may they arrest you. I say, what did your papa do? Of course, my papa stole election. Now, that's how you beat this old man like this, Professor. That man that came with police and mopo, on no man egon, on no ejeboni, on no biuli. Ele no le ben egon kema jebi. But this one will be saying a DSS guy you attached to him. Oh, go shopping. See. Where they tell you about the 7-story building underground. They call it a DSS detention. They send a 7-story underground. If they take you there, even the sin where you no commit, you go confess them. Or everybody will not join you commit anything, or even you, you go to mention names like say, may them shall no kill you. That is where they have logged Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, an innocent man that's committed no crime. They took him to their court. He defeated them in their court. They couldn't prove anything against him, right? They locked him down there. Yeah? They say it was a very terrible place. A place that can actually, mess up with your mind. Is a dark, cold, quiet place. You go there, tell them what you know to. But guess what? I think that one will be better. Because if a DSS official, somebody with them train as a DSS, DSS are supposed to be secret police or spy. If you capture them anywhere, if you beat them, do anything, they don't go. They would rather die. Somebody said, Mayegun, da pada. Àwọn Adamawa ò tí ì nà ẹ́ ni. Tó bá dáwọ́ jọ nà ẹ́ l'Adamawa. Omadapo dawani. Like say now only you come. People no follow you come. They go beat you like say you miss road. For Adamawa, they feel beat you, go be like say na torture. You go to confess. Who ask them now? We in the confess say now 2 billion, now 2 billion, 2 billion, nankarawa 2 billion. Who do is the man who collected money? The wreck. He is just a DSS officer. Torture lori streets. Omo. See confession. Go on DSS detention. No. Adamawa people. Collation center torture. Will be a DSS shin confess.
Kace an ba da biliyon ma wa rawa 2 biliyon.
Ba da fada cikin mota ba.
To ina ji ka fada.
Ne ba ni aka ba ba.
Ka fada.
Allegation din an ba da kudi ma national commissioner.
Nawa?
To rig election.
Nawa?
Ni da ake billions of naira ba.
Nawa? How many?
Amma let us say 2 billion.
Let us
say ni ba sani ba. Ba san ko nawa bane.
To me kai ka Greece city?
Ne ce baka abin da kai ni Greece. Aba ni da ba ni da.
Me ya kai ka?
Na je ne da tim gida an ce mu zo mu alasa shi. Wallahi ta gaje mu zama a arrestin shi ana aka je ba ake mu zama arrestin shi kafin da shi kafin da INEC office okay gaje da INEC office ake mu zama arrestin shi kafin aka yi da INEC office duk an ce ya karbi kudi
da shi da waye
to ni ba sani ba ake mu su
I know what I'm saying. I didn't hear everything else, but I know it's a confession. I hear 2 billion. I hear kankaranka. I don't know if kankaranka is that because of somebody slap me, kakaraka, like say that they slap me like saying a stone, they take slap me. DSSO, all of my you see. Well, anyway, I say much now. Everybody will start kind of laughing and laughing when this is actually shouldn't be a laughing matter. They messed up, right? And people have to take the law into their own hands. Professors are rigging elections for criminals in Nigeria. University professors. And after election, they will now declare that they are going on strike because the politicians are not paying their salary anymore. They are not paying their pension. They are not paying them the gratuity and every other thing that actually is, that are due them. And I'm like, which kind of crazy place is this, self? Every election time, when I go to fight for slot, for INEC slot, to be rec, to be returning officer, to be this and that. Only for you to come around and rig election for criminals that won't even pay your salary. The ones that won't pay your pension. What's going on? Momentary gain. Old men, Old men. Selfish old people. And look at this like Ogufe, Kara. That old man collected money nínú àwẹ̀ yẹn ń ṣàrám. Kò ń ṣàrám. And now they are telling them go to court. Go to where? So they just told them that they should not kill that man. Because what I saw there is that in Yoruba land they say, if beaten, no reach beaten. Now you go make small pikin. Say it no go better for the person we beat him. When the spanking is not enough, or it's not a real spank or spanking, that is what will make a child, right? And retort and say, God punish you for dear spanking me. But he yaba to ya. Omo yami. Ejo lo mama she o. Ejo sa, please. Ejo sa. Ti yaba to ya. When beating, reach beating, you go drop arguments. You're begging, what do you call it? You're begging capacity. Even you no go know say you get that kind of talent. You go they come, ni. They no beat you rich, you say you be DSS. I'm a trained officer. I cannot divulge confidential information. Omo, they know àwọn Adamawa mu eni o. And they come with Adamawa o. Toba Adamawa, toba ra ekola Adamawa. Omo yami. Adabi po da lo ni o. Toba wa oshi ma da wa. Toba wa go ma pada wa foriko. Something like that. Anyway, we are now waiting for the next move. They say delay is not denial. the battle is not over. Somebody leading with 37,000 votes is about to be declared second. And Adamawa is on fire. Their grandfather, Mumudu, the Mumudu of INEC that declared Kolu the Genene. Mumudu, yellow ni INEC. Kolu that they declared as your president-elect is a Genene. Somebody was saying that I missed that again. I said, you didn't really miss anything. We woke up this morning. Okay, well, I didn't go to bed early, so I went to bed late. While the people of God were sleeping, the son of man, David Hundenyi, dropped something and he called it surprise. Ewakilo to Dubai. Who be this? Diplomatic passport ibolele. One it Guinea Conakry ni. Guinea Conakry ke. Abi Guinea Bissau. Bisa. That boy will always say, which one is Guinea? What thing Kolu they do for Guinea? How Kolu became the Guinea diplomatic passport holder? Afibatimo Kalabe Bola. If you look at that Bola Ahmed, underneath it, that's where we got the word Guinea. Kolu to the Guinea. Ologini. You know, Ologini is Olongbo, a cat. But if Tinubu is not a cat, he is a bat, Adon. A bat that kind of, in Yoruba, we call it Kosheku, Kosheye. When you see a bat, at a point it looks like a bird. On the other side, it looks like a rat. So, they just call it bat. Bat, bird, rat, bird, rat. They took the B. They joined them to the last 80 of rats. They call it bat. So, bats are done. Two-Face is also a Genene. Shebi your law said that anybody will get dual citizenship cannot even contest election in Nigeria. They say yes, section 31 of section sub 1, section JAC. Today somebody said that too. They told us so. A lawyer called in and he said, Mayegun, let me back you up. If you go to section, now that person will be like, this Mayegun is so dumb, Sha. Something I explained to him properly. Now he's just talking nonsense. I know. I can't remember anything about Nigeria constitution because it's actually a trash. But I'm so glad that a lot of you actually know better than me in that regard. So just please bear with me, okay? So that lawyer called in today and he said, Mayegun, do you know that section 31 of subsection A, B, and J and H said Kolu has committed a crime. And at 14 years, the thing starts from. I said, hey, I said it too. Perjury, Abi. They said not perjury. Because Kolu filled a form. Section 137. God bless you, Jerry. You see, I told you. You know. This is a portion in Kolu's INEC form. So if Kolu is a Genene, kini Genene in Sheni Nigeria INEC that DSS didn't find out. Up to this moment, we haven't heard from Tinubu's attack dogs. You know, usually they would have come and tell us what happened. But for now, let's say this one hard. I told people this one, I said this Sunday is going to be a long Sunday. Oh. Because it will be like when you get to Monday, when you get to Tuesday, it will still be like saying a Sunday. I said it in the middle of the night. And when I woke up this morning, you know, it was like something that Kilo de first also to Bokeyamo, where are you? I respond. Genene, the president Nigeria. Genene. Some people are even like, what is Genene? It's Guinea Conakry. I even thought it's Guinea Bissau. It is the drug and cocaine hub in West Africa. Okay? And indeed, Kolu has established contact there. It's a long story, Sha. Go and watch that program, Sunday Sermon. I kind of did more. But yeah, that's the story. For those who are asking about Guinea. In Guinea, people who did research, they told us how drug dealers have always been using Guinea and Guinean passport, okay, as a means of accessing other part of Europe, and they are smuggling. But with this Guinea or no Guinea stuff, right? Ordinarily, when obedience say Tinubu no belong to any asshole rock, it belonged to prison. You should agree with them. If Nigeria was a place, but Nigeria is not a place. So unfortunately, anyway. So yeah. Do you think I'm joking? I'm not joking. It's real. That's in a diplomatic passport given to Conde, Alpha Conde, the president of Guinea Conakry. They are pals, and he's also a pal to Bokwari. Now that they are like Pablo is about to be president of Nigeria, and everybody can look back. Everybody just go collect the passport of Guinea. So when somebody said that, hey, where are the cows? Another person just responded with, cows no deal, na Guinea fowl deal. What on a Guinea fowl? Fowl at a corn, Guinea fowl, but Guinea cocaine in a nutshell. So all of this means that if the drug lord Escobar is the president of Nigeria, it will just be a big brother, the big brother to those who have been finding it difficult to kind of pass through all these passages. And you will not even see cocaine before in your life. Some of you have never seen what heroin look like, except what they show to you in movies. I don't see what it look like. When are they do kweke? But you know something, right? When you look at people that are using the drug and all of that, there's always something in your mind if you grow up in Nigeria. And that's something, well, I don't know, maybe all of us, but for me, there's always something that when I was a young boy, my mom, I told you I was this stubborn boy. Well, I was told I was a stubborn boy, right? That just wouldn't listen. And I always get punished all the time. Kilo man share no. Until when people that beat me realizes that, what's into me, I can't read. You know what I mean? But my mom would say, I saw you at that corner there with that boy. What are you doing with that boy in that corner? That boy that is smoking. So you want to end up as a tout, as a thug. Abi, when you finish from smoking cigar, you will move to smoking a bow. After smoking a bow, it no go reach you. You go start smoking cocaine. And when you start smoking cocaine, it no go reach you. You go start smoking heroin. When you start smoking heroin, you will start selling your properties. Now, my mama, they talk to me, small boy, you. Now, when you start selling your property, you will just run mad. Sometimes you may not even last that long. My mama go, they tell me, say, that I'm even a friend with somebody with a smoke cigar, is a guarantee that I go smoke igbo, I go smoke cocaine, and then I go run mad. And back then, I know it's still the same, okay? We dey see people who don't run mad. We dey give mad people name. Dogbolu, there's a popular one that I remember. In fact, few ones. Female, male. We have Fali. There's a woman, very pretty woman. Her name was Fali. Yeah. Now, when my mom want to let me know that that's how my life is going to end, she will say, see that Auntie Fali? That Auntie Fali, she ran mad. She's following fella. And after that, she ran mad. And I will be seeing Auntie Fali pointing at things. And she will be talking on this. And I'll be like, no, I don't want to be Auntie Fali. Then I will see Labo Labo. There's another one in my town called Labo Labo. Very old people. My mama will be like a Sheri Labo Labo that is picking everything inside gutter, drinking gutter water. And so you go be by the time you start smoking. So all these things kind of put the fear that when you see the people taking the cocaine, you just be like, La ilaha illallah Muhammadu Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. I will law. See this one. Hey, So you don't want to touch it. You don't want to be friends with those who actually uses it. That's the fear they put inside me. Oh. And I don't see cocaine face to face like this until I came to the UK. And I was working as a peke, you know what I mean? Like, they do their own thing there. I'm not a security guy. I am just a guy who is there singing, freshen up, freshen up, freshen up for, freshen up, freshen up, freshen up for, we love, And they will, oh, £5, £10. Oh, what aftershave do you have there? I've got this. Oh, try that. Oh, this is so good. It's cool. Try this and that. Now, what's how they do there with that? Shh. Alaye, to ba sha se to ko ware mi nbi ni. Mi se security. But the point I'm trying to make there is that the drug dealer, the drug lord, who is now going to take over Nigeria, is just going to make it pretty much easier. Everybody just a run mouth, they go. Everybody just a snuff whatever they give to you. Do whatever you can, but don't get caught. Just go to Guinea Conakry, Kolofonogau, get their passports. And then probably that may actually be the recruit 40 million youth into the army. Person when no smoke banner go, they ask for 40 million youth to the army. The whole China with their over 1 billion population, their entire army up and down, it no reach 1 million. The India, that is actually the most populated country in the world, if I'm right or wrong, I don't know. One of them, whatever. Their entire police force, so military force, so put them together, they no reach 1 million. Somebody smoke banner Conakry, and it's saying recruit.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers.